Hey, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, and good evening. My name is Akinsami Emmanuel. I'm a trained and certified chaplain from the Very College of Chaplains, the International Christian Chaplains Association, 1494 Fall River Avenue, Seekonk in Massachusetts in the United States. Welcome again to this channel, and this deals a lot more with chaplaincy activities, and at the same time we deal with issues that has to do with day-to-day practical Christian living, and we do the best we can to bring God's word alongside to let you know the mind of God. By the way, we are also on the radio, that's the Silverbird Reading 93.7 FM. If you're in Nigeria, Plateau State, and 8 other states in the northern axis of Nigeria, you can watch and you can listen to us on 93.7 FM every Monday from 8 to 8:30 p.m. Now, we also run the Chaplaincy College of Health Technology, where we train medical chaplains. And by the special grace of God, we've passed out our first set, and the second set are on now, and about to also finish. Were it not for the COVID-19, we should be on the third set now, but we give thanks to God. So if you want to be trained as a medical minister, you want to be a chaplain, at the same time working in the medical units, you can also check our website, www.collegeofchaplains.com. You will have all the information you need, including how you can get the application forms. It's under admissions, and then you'll be able to get yourself into the school. Then we also train the community chaplaincy program. We do that too, and we train chaplains in crisis response and community chaplaincy. You can also get all of that information at the collegeofchaplains.com. The form and everything, you can fill it online. It takes you just about 5 to 10 minutes. On your phone, you can fill the form without even, you have no passport. You can just snap your photograph yourself on your phone, and then you upload it there. So that's what the world has become. We have to also do as much as we can to flow alongside, so that we have no hindrance or any limitation. All right, so these are some of the information that I have for you, and then the number you can actually use to reach us is also on the website, but it's 0803-589-2801. Now, the message for today is just to encourage you and myself, because of certain observations that I have made in this period that we're living in. There's so much irritation, there is so much anger,
it is
so much pain around the corner, and it's because, just a minute, it's because of the situation we find ourselves today. There is so much hedginess. People are hedgy, they're touchy. Any little thing easily irritates them. And people easily get angry, get offended at little things because of the situation that we are in right now. And that was why I decided to do this very brief message this afternoon. And I'm particular about the spouses, husbands and wives. There is this problem that COVID-19 has brought in. It has exposed individuals to themselves, that they now begin to see the faults that were hidden before now. Now, the balance in the economy is necessary for people to understand that there was a time probably the man was having it, and probably right now it's you that is having it. It's important that there is this word, because you cannot, when two people are going to stay together, there is this word that they must adjust themselves to is called compromise. Now, there is one word that they must also take note of: change. You know, most of the time we want to enforce change. We want to force it on the other person. In Thessalonians, the Bible clearly tells us that we do not have dominion over another man's faith. And I need you to know that as husband, that no matter how much you think you can, use your financial power to make the woman do what you want, and you, the woman, no matter how much you think you can use your sexual prowess to make the man to do what you want him to do. Because I listened some years ago to this preacher, Ed Cole. He used to say, he was talking, I think it's a book titled Money, Sex, and Woman. I think something like that. And he was explaining the power of the woman. She uses her sexual powers, and the man uses his money power to make, to influence, to control each other. And whether we like it or not, Ed Cole was right to an extent there, because the man, when he is in financial, when he's at the top, he has his financial powers. He dictates. He tends to determine what everybody does in the family. Now, the woman with her, sexual power, her, her seductive ability is there to make the man to do what she wants him to do. But you see, we've got to come to reality. The word compromise has become a compulsory course that every couple, every spouse must do. Compromise does not necessarily come from the side of negativism. Do you understand? It's just, to me, I see the word compromise as understanding. There's a book I'm presently, listening to. It's titled Too Good to Live and Too Bad to Stay. Too Good to Live, Too Bad to Stay. It's actually a book that is helping spouses or people in relationships to understand why they have to, if they have to, get out of any relationship that is toxic. And, I've also seen where people are stuck. They feel that they are stuck, they are hooked, they can't do anything. They are not going forward, they are not moving backward, they're just going around in circles. Marriage can put a man in that condition. Marriage can put a woman in that condition where you're neither moving forward nor going backward. You're just spinning round. And sometimes when you're spinning around, you are seeing the same thing. It's just that you're seeing them at different times, and you might be fooling yourself to think that you are making progress. Meanwhile, you're just spinning around. And this is very important for those of us who claim to be Christians, and we think the Bible is a bondage book. Yes, we are free from the devil, but we are born slaves of Jesus. We are to do the will of Christ, but we must understand that Jesus Christ gave us the book to lead, to guide us on how to live the life together. In Amos chapter 3, in verse 3, he says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" I need you to understand that, you see, people change for two basic reasons. One of them is either they have learned a lot or they have been through a lot. Two reasons why people change. One is either that they have learned a lot, so they changed, or that they have been through a lot and then they still change. So which one is yours? Is it that you've learned a lot, or that you've been through a lot that you say, no, I've decided not again, never again to go through this? And so that's why when you get into it, there are people who have been saying, hey, I cannot take this, I can't take that, I can't take this. But they are not out of the relationship. They complain about the man, they complain about the woman, but they are not leaving the relationship. The clown talking to you is not an exemption. All I'm saying to you today, I'm not an exemption. Because many preachers, sometimes when we preach the gospel from using the shovel rather than using the rake. And it's funny when you see preachers preaching and telling people, you people, pointing the accusing finger. The four is pointing back to you. I like it when you tell me you've been through it. I like it when you tell me you are going through it. I like it when you tell me you are feeling what I'm feeling. And that's why I like Jesus, and I'll follow him till I die. He said, for we do not have a high priest, in verse 15 of Hebrews 4, who cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities, but who was at all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. You see, there are going to be differences. We come from different backgrounds. We have different understanding. That you are married to a girl does not mean you are to change the DNA of that girl or to change where she's coming from. In the first place, you didn't come from the same background. Neither did you come from the same background with the guy. That you are born again and spirit-filled is it's an agreement that both of you came into because you felt you saw each other and you think you can work together. You see, it's time we begin to get out of this. I dreamt of him. They prophesied her to me. It's time we begin to look at it. Can I stay with this person? We begin to look at the family background. We give attention to not only the family background, we look at the social life of this person. We look at the character of this person. We look at whether this person can actually, move on with me and understand and adjust where adjustment is needed. Do you understand? When we work together and we have no agreement, we're definitely going to be, on a very parallel line, and then we'll keep doing things differently. Yesterday, I was tracing this on the Facebook Live that there are many people that are married today, they are living together, but they are not together. A marriage is no longer good, it's no longer sweet, it's no longer blissful when husband and wives begin to tiptoe to enter into each other's room or whatever, or to come into the house. Marriage is no longer what it should be when they begin to eavesdrop. Marriage is no longer the same thing when they begin to hide secrets from one another. Marriage is no longer the same thing when the husband does not know the friends of the wife and the wife does not know the friends of the husband. Marriage is no longer the same when, this one is going out. Where are you going? Somewhere. To see who? Somebody. When are you coming back? Later. Now, it's no longer the same. So they are already, there's no more glue that holds them together. And that's why the Bible says 2 shall chase 1,000. Okay? Or shall chase 10,000. 1 shall chase 1,000. There is a need for you to understand this. And that's why I've started this series. I want the young people to know that it's not that somebody prophesies to you that this guy must be your husband. No. Do you like this person? There must be the aspect of like, apart from God, God told me. No, there's a place of I have prayed and my spirit man agrees. But do you like this fellow? Do you like him? Do you like the way he behaves? Do you like the way he does his things? If you don't get in. Apart from checking even his medical, history, it's important. Family history, medical history, social history. Check all of those things. Family background especially. Because you cannot be different from the environment where you are brought up. Then check the trends in that family before you go in, boy or girl. I'm going to be talking on this a little bit, a lot more. But I just want you to know today that I use the word today, compromise is needed. And so that we will not get into a place where we begin to regret and endure the marriage or relationship. And number 2, don't forget before I leave that people change for 2 reasons, either because they've learned enough, a lot, or because they have been through a lot. Which one is yours? Subscribe to this YouTube channel and then we'll continue some other time. God be with you and strengthen you in the name of Shalom. I'm trying to see how I can. Okay. Like I said before, as much as we can, let's try to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that we can be always getting the information regarding the next program. I'm trying to get myself out of this. Thank you and God be with you.